I came from the Philippines, and I had a degree in design, actually not design, in advertising. But there was really no school in the Philippines that had offerings at a graduate level in design. And so I was looking at graduate schools. I had already worked. In fact, I was working professionally for 3 years. So Cranbrook was not even in my purview. And the only reason that Cranbrook as an entity entered my knowledge was because one of my friends, who was a metalsmithing student, had been accepted here. So no internet, of course. So I go to the American Embassy to look at brochures. And because my friend was Cranbrook suddenly was introduced into my purview, I asked for I sent a letter. I said, I'm interested in graduate school. And so I got the catalog that Katherine McCoy designed in 1978. And when I was rejected with that letter, I submitted my second letter, and I said, I'm reapplying. And again, I get a second rejection letter. So at that point, I said, forget graduate school. I'm just going to try and get a visa to come to the U.S. And so I applied to a school in San Francisco, CCA, California College of Arts and Crafts, then, for a second degree. And with that, I figured my portfolio was just not fit for a graduate level, so I would just get a second degree. So I did go to CCA for 6 months, and I decided to visit my aunt here for Christmas, just to, bring my portfolio and just say, this is where your money's going. And I didn't realize it at the time that the classes I undertook at CCA were being taught by designers who were in fact putting California design on the map. I'm just gonna call Katherine McCoy. And this is between Christmas and New Year. I said, hello, Kathy. I don't know if you remember me, but I applied from the Philippines 2 years ago. And by the way, I'm in America. And I have been in San Francisco all this time, just for the last 6 months. And I have a portfolio to show you if you're available. She says, come over. So she said, there's nobody here. School is closed. It's winter break. I bring my portfolio to her studio here on Academy Way. And she says, you did this in 6 months? I said, yeah. Okay. We have, I normally don't take students in the middle of the year. But I have a studio space, and we are studio practice. If you don't have studio space, we can't accommodate anybody. I said, okay. Well, you could I'll take you in the grad program, because it is not a straight line. It was made, the decisions were made by coincidence, by happenstance, but also I think by some sort of kismet. Fate that somehow preordains certain things if you meet your opportunity halfway and you don't reject it. So I understood the value and the presence of this place in my life. And so my connections and, I guess, interactions run deep, and I still maintain those connections to this day.